Hello everyone, welcome back to BGM Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different. Thomas and Friends Wood. I have a feeling that this video is either going to get like no views or tons of views. So let's just dive right in, I guess. Now, you've heard some of my other videos. You probably know I'm not a big fan of this range. And it's really disheartening to see the brand that you grew up with just disappear. But I don't want to be like super depressing in this video or anything, so we're gonna keep going. And first thing, I'm on the Thomas Wood Wikia. I'll put their link in the description. And I'm just looking at the Thomas, and he looks so strange. He has so much potential to be really good, and I think that's my biggest gripe with this brand. It has so much potential. Like with if they cut the wood just a little bit, then these heat transfer decals could look so much better. I really don't understand that. Or even like change the size. I don't know. I just don't know. It just doesn't look good. I don't like all this exposed wood. So I'm gonna keep moving along, and the next engine I'm gonna be talking about is Nia. Now I'd like to get Nia because I don't. I'm actually interested to see what they do with Big World Big Adventures. I hope it's good. I don't know if it will be or not. I just have to wait and see. And my biggest gripe with Nia is just how much exposed wood she has. They could have done so much better. They could have used... The problem is they're not using enough plastic. Now, we all wanted more wood with our engines, but this is not what we meant. But they could have used plastic for some of her detailing. Like you'll see on the top of her side tank, she has little cylinders. They could have used plastic for those, but they didn't. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then she doesn't even have a headlamp. That's really annoying to see a lot of the engines that should have headlamps, and they don't. Especially Rosie. Like, I was hoping to get a Rosie in her red livery. But I don't want Thomas Wood Rosie. She's just a block where she doesn't even have any domes. Like 3 domes. It just makes her boiler look plain. She doesn't have her headlamp. She doesn't look right. So next we're going to be actually getting into some of the characters that I think I actually might pick up. The first, I know this probably isn't a very good picture, but I might just put the CGI promo of ATN. If you've seen the pictures that have been going around of ATN, he looks really good. His wood is sort of exposed tastefully because it's just sort of exposed in like the decal. Well, I guess it's because he's square, but the decals just look really good on him, I think. And I think actually might pick up ATN. So the next engine I think I'm going to pick up is Flying Scotsman. And you might be saying, oh, but look at all his exposed wood and all that detailing that's missing. Yes. Well, that can be painted over. And what I also might do is just buy a cheap, like 2003 Gordon, cut off the smoke box, get the Thomas Wood smoke box, and figure out how to make the tenders. Maybe even try and get some cheap off of the old Flying Scotsman tenders. But then I think he would look really good like that. Excuse me, and that's just my personal opinion. I think he also has a lot of potential. If there was just paint there, I mean, I wouldn't even mind the shrinkage of the tender engines if they were all painted. It looks cheap. It looks really cheap. Frankie, I'm not so sure about her. I saw her. I've been thinking about it, but she does have a lot of detailing that's missing and a lot of paint missing. So, and the worst thing is that they've proven that they're using wood by showing all the exposed wood, but it just looks cheap and almost garbage even. I hate to say that. I think one of my least favorites has to be Diesel 10. They shrunk him down and his claw spins. I I just don't see the point in that. And to be honest, Ferdinand, he's kind of pointless. Why would you introduce Ferdinand? I mean, I don't know if he's going to be in Big World, Big Adventures. Maybe he will be. But he seems like such a random character to introduce, especially because he has no headlamp. Again, no headlamp. So are there any other ones that I might be picking up on just again here? Oh, Yong Bao, and he'll be my last one I talk about. So I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm gonna pick up Yong Bao yet. He looks really good. Like the smokebox part looks really good. But the rest of him just doesn't. It doesn't. So I feel like I'd be wasting my money buying any of these because they look that bad. And I know I'm kind of late to the party here, but just don't see. I know that they've actually been. I think that they're selling. They're still selling well because every time I go to Toys R Us, I always see an empty peg that was labeled with Thomas Wood stuff, or there's like one on the peg. But we'll just have to wait and see. See if it flops, if Thomas Wood complete. Because I know if it flops, this is it. This is over. Thomas Wooden Railway, anything to do with anything wooden, Thomas, it's gone. It's completely gone. And then we'll be stuck. So, if I ever buy one, I will definitely be giving my thoughts on. I'll definitely be taking a look at them and doing a video on them. But I thought I should do a video just discussing Thomas Wood because I've gotten a couple questions about it, and I keep seeing it everywhere. And I think this brand actually does have a lot of potential to do things the way that they're being done right now. I think it has tons and tons of potential. Maybe even if they just painted like a base color and then pasted all the decals on it, might look a little bit better. It's a thought. I don't know if it'll happen or what's going to happen, but I think we're in for a couple interesting years. If Thomas Wood stays around, we'll be seeing some pretty interesting stuff. And if Thomas Wooden Railway would somehow come back, I don't know how it would, maybe we'll get some details that we're missing, like the Thomas with an extra wheel arch, or Ryan, maybe the correct size, or with correct wheel arches, maybe. But we won't know. So this video's gone on long enough, 10 minutes already. Jeez. So I'm gonna end it off here. If you'd like to hear my thoughts on Thomas Wood, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, please let me know in the comments what you think of Thomas Wood, and I will try to respond to every single one. I usually do. So I'm gonna thank you all for watching here, and if you enjoyed this video, then give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps me. So thank you all again for watching, and stay tuned for more on Thomas Wood and Railway, and Primer Lightning McQueen. I've been trying to get this review out, but I just haven't had time to open him. So thank you all for watching once again, and have yourselves a great day. Goodbye.